While in town for the ATX TV Festival, we caught up with the stars and creatives behind Masterpiece on PBS's All Creatures Great and Small. Take a look. I want to know first from each of you, what first attracted you to the show and the characters that you play, your involvement in the show?
It was very early in my career after graduating drama school, and the auditions that come in are varied in quality, and these sides were incredible. The dialogue, the character, I thought I knew who the guy was. I thought I had an idea straight off the bat of how to play him. And then it went from there and went on this wonderful audition process and finally got the part. But it was the script, it was the writing, the dialogue, the world, and the character that really, straight off the bat, that really interested me.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And so you guys are more behind the scenes, which I think is even more special because that's obviously what's making the show come together. So what attracted you to working on the show, and what's your experience been like all these seasons?
Well, I'm quite unusual because I actually knew the show very well, because when I was a teenager I did a day's work experience on the very original BBC version, and we have another member of our crew, our costume designer, did actually work on that series, so it was very familiar to me. And the chairman of the company, Playground Entertainment, that I work for, he got the rights to it and was really keen to make it again because he wanted a show where he could sit down with his family and then lose yourself in beautiful surroundings. There was no violence or swearing or anything like that. So everything about the show really appeals. And when they said that we've actually got the rights, we're going to make it, we got a green light from a broadcaster. It was, we were overjoyed. Why wouldn't we want to work on it? It was such a privilege.
Of course. And what about you?
I'm just happy to be working with my animals. It's like home from home. You get up in the morning, you go and train them, you go and work with all these guys, and it's just spending so much time with just so many various animals that we bring into the show.
What's that like, incorporating so many animals into a show? Because I mean, it's like a whole cast in of itself, right? And that's obviously a whole other kind of barrier overcoming. So what challenges does that create, but also how does it enhance the overall product?
We have all the animals. We ship them all into our holding farm, so we can work from there. So it's just like being at home. So it's no real difference for us. It's just we live somewhere else. What does it bring to it?
Well, I think one of the difficulties we have is Nick, as an actor, can read the script, can read what he needs to do. How do you convey that to an animal? You've got to use patience, kindness, a lot of patience, which Jill and her team have to adopt every day, positive reward, to get them to do the certain action, whether it's lying down on command to pretend it's giving birth, to standing there. We have a cow who stood there lifting its leg as though it was broken. How do you tell a cow to do that? It takes hours and hours and hours of gentle training. How do you get a budgie to lie down? It's all of those moments.
So. And then what about for you getting to work with the animals as the actor? What's that experience been like?
Yeah, it's an absolute joy. It's another one of the challenges of the show as well, which just makes the job even more exciting. Every day is different, very much like the life of a veterinarian. But yeah, working with some of the bigger animals in particular, there's just a different atmosphere on set. Everybody's so focused and zoned in, and I've had to do things like lying Superman at the back end of a horse next to its massive steel feet. It's in the story had a twisted bowel, so things like that is quite funny. And then they managed to train this horse to lie down, and then with the help of some handlers, be rolled over 180 degrees, because that's part of the operation, to untwist the bowel. So they managed to do this with the horse and train it to do that. It was absolutely incredible. Whilst I'm there Superman at the back end. And then the vet was like, Nick, if you was to move, you get out of the way. I was like, that's obviously. I'm not going to hang around with his massive steel feet staring me in the face. But yeah, working with the bigger animals, and then working with the smaller animals, like little Derek, who plays Pekingese, little Tricky Woo's, a bit of a star in the show. He's just brilliant. I mean, there was one time one of my co-stars and Tricky had to walk into the kitchen and then into the pantry. They both walked in. The human actor, Siegfried, stopped, and Derek walked in beside him, looked at him, and then walked into the pantry like, this is what we're supposed to do. So Sam was like, he's read the script more than I have. So it's just wonderful variety.
Yeah, such a unique set, I feel like, in so many ways. You guys have had 6 really successful seasons. You're filming season 7, and we know that you're getting a season 8 as well. What does it mean to you to just have such a positive reception from the audience, and they want more, and you guys are given more, and you're able to keep telling the stories of the characters and just the overall storyline?
It's just a very, very rare privilege in television nowadays to be able to do that. Also, for us, we work very closely with the real children of the real James Herriot, who are now in their 70s and 80s. The son, Jim White, was a veterinarian himself. So we rely on a lot of his own stories, and they are consultants on the show. So as long as people want to watch it, we'll turn up for work every day because it's joyful. We're also very lucky in that there's a family behind the camera as well as in front of the camera. And it is a found family. So we have a lot of crew members that want to come back, and they work their whole year's work. They're all freelancers around All Creatures Great and Small.
Wow.
And we've developed careers. So, people came in as interns, trainees, and they've developed and moved up through those job grades. And that's a privilege for us as producers and as a production company.
Anything else to add from the other two of you?
It's just a dream, absolute dream for me. I've watched the original series as a young child, and to be able to do it is just wonderful. And to work with these guys, it's just awesome, absolutely awesome. They're so professional, and they listen to everything. Any advice we give them, they listen to it, so it makes our life so much easier.
Yeah, I love that. Nicholas?
Yeah, absolutely echoing what the guys have said, and also it's just like home away from home now. We come back after a few months away, and we get the gang back together. It's like, hey, how you doing? What have you been up to the last few months? Good? All good? Great. Let's do another one. Let's take another one. And everyone's just straight back in. It feels like you haven't missed a beat, really, in the months in between. So yeah, home away from home for sure.
It's a special set life is what it sounds like.
It really is, and there's so many people that have been on it since day one that just come back time and time again, crew-wise, obviously the cast, creatives, because people, they fall in love with the show, but also just that world that James Herriot, wrote about and lived in as well. It's based on semi-autobiographical, so people fall in love with that.
Yeah, I love that. For me, TV is such an escape, as it is for so many people, right? And I think the beauty of this festival is that we're celebrating the magic of TV. What do you all hope that the audience continues to take away from this show, and in what ways do you hope they're able to escape while enjoying the show?
I think one of the things about All Creatures and us as producers and the writers, you want that sense of community and family that everybody is pulling together. Certainly in the UK, there isn't necessarily a strong community in the same way there was in the 1940s. We're also post-war now. We're moving forward. So that was a time when there was still rationing, but people really pulled together to support each other. They didn't have much, but they relied on the farming community to provide food and look after each other. So yeah, I think it's just more of kind of the joy. There's a journalist that wrote, it's a soothing balm for the soul, basically, and that's what we hope the show is for people. Plus also there's a lot of kind of psychological research about going out into nature, going out into being around animals, being around greenery, that it's really good for people's mental health and their equilibrium. And we have that in our exterior office on a daily basis, and it's joyful. Your drive to work every day is just
stunning,
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I love that.
Oh, we survive all the elements, but it's a pleasure to do it up there. And as everybody else says, it's just a comforting show to watch. It's so peaceful, and it's just good Sunday night TV for the entire family.
Yeah, I love that, Nicholas.
Yeah, likewise. And I think what's really lovely about it, it's based on this surrogate family. So there's only 2 people in the main core 5 characters that are related by blood. So you really do have this surrogate family at the center of it. And we all get on so well as well, making it with everybody. And I like to hope and think that also finds its way onto the screen, you know, that's part of it as well. So yeah, it's just an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All Creatures Great and Small has been renewed for seasons 7 and 8, and you can get caught up now on the PBS app.